Good morning, everybody. I am now pleased to call upon the College Chaplain, Father Michael Wall, to read the conferring blessing.
Schlucht as litter nef pól cygna hefishig. Sinean fó a dhémer magluin, I vínishe an ahar, on nan meter, gach clown nav agus talav. Godugu sé divas olvahas a glóra, govaishiv nart agus cumas in vánach trin a sprid. Gomeg Christ vu griha tri crediv, gomeg shiv prevaha agus bunaha sa gró, slí go vedic shiv féin agus a neve go léir, ad agus lehed, agus irda agus dainas a hiskent. Go curig shiv olas ar gró Christ a thos contishkana, agus go lead for shiv the lean vodacht lán day. Glór an teú a féadó I bhd níos mó dhéanamh, ná mar a dír mishna nó smaoineh féin air. Tríd an cócht atá ag gobar oning. Glór go raibh gas an aglas agus I gríist isa ó glún go glún, go brach na brethe. Amen.
I am now pleased to call upon the Vice President of Academic Affairs and Student Engagement at the University of Limerick, Professor Kirsten May, to formally convene a meeting of the University for the purpose of conferring academic awards.
President, Mary Immaculate College, member of the University of Limerick Governing Authority, members of the Mary Immaculate College Governing Authority, members of the Academic Council, faculty members, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and graduates of the class of 2019. A meeting of the university is hereby convened for the purpose of conferring academic awards. Exercising the power granted to the University of Limerick by Oireachtas Éireann, I hereby confer awards of the university on the graduates of the Faculty of Education. Students not present are hereby conferred in absentia.
I now call upon the Dean of the Faculty of Education at Mary Immaculate College, Professor Emer Ring, who will present the candidates for the conferring of undergraduate awards in education.
Vice President, Academic Affairs and Student Engagement, the Academic Council of the University has been satisfied that the following candidates are worthy to be conferred with undergraduate awards. Therefore, I present the candidates and request you to confer the awards on them.
So this morning we're awarding for the Certificate in Leadership in Inclusion in the Early Years. And we begin with Valerie Ahern. Megan Aldridge. Roisin Allen. Mary Andrews. Susan Archbold. Kathy Ashman. Eleanor Bagnall. Vivian Balfe. Amanda Barrington. Leanne Barton. Andrea Behan. Mary Behan. Nicola Bowes. Deirdre Bracken. Jacinta Brady. Jennifer Brady. June Brady. Carol Brandon. Grania Brannock. Sarah Breen. Martina Brennan. Jean Brown. Maria Buckley. Catherine Burke. Francis Burke. Jacqueline Burke. Mary Burke. Jacqueline and Mary are actually a mum and daughter, so we might give them a little round of applause here this morning. Martina Burke. Mary Burke. Sinead Burke Keogh. Anne Byrne. Carrie O'Connor Byrne. Caroline Cahill. Elizabeth Cahill. Nolene Cahill. Verona Campbell. Annie Carroll. Linda Carroll. Denise Carty. Aoife Caulfield. Pauline Coakley. Deirdre Comerford. Andrea Connolly. Creena Connolly. Diana Connolly McQuillan. Sheila Conroy. Yvonne Considine. Denise Conway Carmody. Helen Coogan. Mandy Corcoran. Kylie Corliss. Bridie Corrigan. Michelle Corrigan. Geraldine Cosgrove. Aisling Costello. Aoife Cox. Laura Crawford. Suzanne Crowley Swinburne. Juliet Cullen. Aveen Colley. Brenda Cummins. Samantha Cummins. Carmel Darby. Ciara Davis. Fiona Dean. Linda Delaney. Niamh Sarah Delaney. Sabrina Delaney. Teresa Delaney. Anya Dempsey. Isha Devi. Catherine Dillon. Lisa Doherty. Rose Doherty. Rachel Donaghy. Lorraine Donlan. Bernadette Donnelly. Laura Doran. Sheila Durange. Catherine Doyle. Ellen Doyle. Jennifer Doyle. Pauline Doyle. Sarah Andrew. Michelle Dudley. Patricia Duffy. Leanne Dunn. Mary Dunn. Valerie Dunn. Paula Dunn. Noelia Dura Cabrera. Sinead Egan. Felicity Elliott. Pashalina Eli. Michelle Valerie. Sarah Fenlon. Sarah Fennessy. Leah Finn. Mella Finn. Shirley Finn. Joanne Finnegan. Lorraine Finnegan. Yvonne Fitton. Martina Fitzgerald Murphy. Sharon Fitzgibbon. Margaret Flannery. Alicia Fleming. Patricia Flood. Michelle Flynn. Niamh Fogarty. Michelle Fox. Sandra Fox. Eileen Francis. Nolene Francis. Sandra Gaffney. Geraldine Ganley. Sarah Gahan. Julianne Gibney. Julie Gibney. Karen Gibney. Patricia Glynn. Siobhan Goodwin. Sarah Gray. Avril Green. Moira Green. Monica Had Nugent. Bernie Halpin. Emma Hanratty. Noelle Hartnett. Rachel Hock. Eleanor Hawkins. Louise Hayden. Anne Healy Kelly. Laura Heavey. Kira Hendricks. Karen Hennelly. Catherine Hickey. Miriam Hickey. Neve Higgins. Surika Hoey. Leslie Hogan. Paula Holmes. Mary Huggard. Tracy Hughes. Anne-Marie Huxley. Susan Hyland. Paulina Januszkiewicz. Claire Jenkins. Marta Yekishogowinska. Sebastiana Jumarian. Carmen Jimenez Flor. Sandra Kanchek. Christine Kavanagh. Vivian Kavanagh. Pauline Keeley. Nicole Keane. Teresa Keane. Louise Carney. Kathleen Kearns. Emer Keating. Michelle Keating. Dawn Kelleher. Nathleen Kelleher. Bernadette Kelly. Jennifer Kelly. Lorraine Kelly. Martina Kelly. Martina Hines Kelly. Nadine Kelly. Niamh Kelly. Olivia Kelly. Patricia Kelly. Rose Kelly. Sarah Jane Kelly. Vera Kelly. Katrina Kennelly. Fanula Kennedy. Mary Kennedy. Lindsay Kennedy Duffy. Elma Kenny. Laura Kerr. Rima Khan. Farah Khan. Rebecca Kidd. Christina Kiley. Geraldine Kiernan. Sinead Kilroy. Justina Karaite. Eileen Kerwin. Katarzyna Kondrachoka. Mairead Landers. Michelle Larkin. Catherine Lawton. Tara Logue. Paula Lopez Santana. Joan Lockman. Christina Lovett. Lisa Lowry. Karen Lynch. Michelle Lyons. Valerie Lyons. Tracy Madden. Lucy Madigan. Joy Maguire. Miriam Maguire. Amy Maher. Sinead Maher. Fiona Maloney. Rosemary Mans. Anna Macarelli. Gillian Mason. Teresa Mohan. Fiona Max. Sarah McCardle. Joanne MacDonald. Susan McKeever. Jane McLaughlin. Eileen McAteer. Trina McCrossan. Tricia McCullough. Niamh MacDonald. Ciara McGinn. Elizabeth McGrath. Michelle McGrath. Barbara McGuinness. Margaret Maguire. Francis McHugh. Marie McLaughlin. Eileen McNamara. Jurgita Mejelinina. Karen Mills. Bernadette Mitchell. Irenaeus Maloney. Shannon Molyneux. Suzanne Monaghan. Sarah Muniswamy. Joan Christine Mooney. Tanya Morrissey. Mary Morton. Eilish Mulcahy. Kelly Mulcahy. Carol Mulholland. Simone Milan. Geraldine Mullen. Aisling Murray. Barbara Niernon. Eleanor O'Connell. Emer O'Brien. Mary O'Callaghan. Christine O'Mara. Siobhan O'Brien. Sarah O'Callaghan. Rose O'Connor. Siobhan O'Connor. Aoife O'Connor. Sharon O'Donovan. Katrina O'Gorman. Ruth O'Godari. Anne O'Kelly Tracy. Naringa Olisosinska. Hannah Olaf. Amanda O'Malley. Roberta O'Neill. Tracy O'Neill. Una O'Neill. Mary O'Neill. Julie O'Regan Lynch. Bernadette O'Reilly. Catherine O'Reilly. Brenda O'Riordan. Margot O'Shea. Aileen O'Sullivan. Lisa Patton. Tara Pender. Anna Popovica. Suzanne Porter. Sandra Prendergast. Goretti Quinn. Caroline Reid. Pauline Riley. Lorna Robinson. Maria Rogers. Anne-Marie Rooney. Paula Ryan. Elena Shastak. Carol Shaw. Anisha Sheedy. Emer Sheehan. Elaine Sheehan. Jennifer Sheenan. Emer Shelley. Siobhan Shelley. Danielle Sheridan. Jennifer Sheridan. Amy Sines. Alison Smith. Joseph Smith. Well done, Joseph. Bit of gender balance here today. Jennifer Spillane. Marion Spratt. Martina Stokes. Jacqueline Strain. Marzena Stronska. Jacinta Sullivan. Miriam Tansey. Dana Tehan. Felicity Thompson. Kim Toland. Philomena Troy. Caroline Tunstead. Take your time. Well done. Darina Underwood. Georgiana Verlan. Claire Walsh. Lillian Walsh. Susan Walsh. Mairead Walsh. Eileen Waddell. Lydia Whelan. Clodagh White. Ilona Zafar. Lisa E. Muelacher. Olive Power. Yvonne Kiernan. Cara Dargan. Virginia Curran. Elaine Gavin. Sharon Hayes. And Celine Flannery. Big round of applause for all our LINC graduates today, and indeed the LINC team. Well done to all the team. I think the huge number of graduates on that list is testament to the absolutely stellar work done by the LINC team, so really well done to you today. I now have the great pleasure in introducing the special awards. The College Gold Medal for the Certificate in Leadership for Inclusion in the Early Years programme will be presented by the President of Mary Immaculate College, Professor Eugene Wall, and is presented to the graduate who is awarded first place on the programme. And this year, that graduate is Leanne Barton. Well done, Leanne. The Early Childhood Ireland Best LINC Portfolio Award will be presented by Ms. Teresa Heaney, CEO of Early Childhood Ireland, and is presented to the graduate who is awarded first place for the Best LINC Portfolio. And that graduate this year is Mela Finn. Now it gives me great pleasure to call upon Professor Kirsten May, Vice President of Academic Affairs and Student Engagement at the University of Limerick, to make her address.
Thank you, Niamh. Dear Rich Gartine, members of the Governing Authority of the University of Limerick, chairperson and members of Antudos Rilaha, President Mary Immaculate College, distinguished guests, parents, friends, and members of the graduating class of 2019. It is my privilege to address you at this conferring of degrees and academic awards at Mary Immaculate College. I'm proud and pleased to convene a meeting of the university to confer these academic awards today. But most of all, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all of today's graduates. No doubt you are both delighted and relieved to have achieved this milestone. Today is a day that is amongst the most joyful and happy occasions in your calendar. To the academic and professional staff who have supported you on this journey, we owe a big thank you to each of you. No one gets their graduation day without a great deal of hard work, commitment, and some degree of self-sacrifice. And as you know, long hours are dedicated to lectures, study, work-based learning, and exam preparation. But in the end, those dedications bring you to the graduation day. So each and every one of you, from students, but also the parents, guardians, friends, families, and academic support staff, a big thank you, and take pride in this moment and savor it. We are in very exciting times and very challenging times. An exciting time for you as you consider the next move in your academic or your professional lives. Further studies or maybe research awaits some, while others will work in early childhood care and other areas of life. But either way, you enter it with a hugely valuable degree, an institutional award that sets you apart and gives you the perfect stepping stone to advance in life. The excitement of today is reflected in the people and the region around us, in Limerick and in our third-level institutions here. Limerick is certainly a city of education and very known for the positive contribution of its students and in an upward trend. It is bristling with rejuvenation, and many ambitious plans are ready to unfold and will enhance the shape and fabric of Limerick. We are delighted to be part of this rejuvenation, and through our new Limerick City campus on the site of the old Dunnes Store building and for our forthcoming new strategic plan, we will look to add and support to the revitalization of Limerick, and we will continue to make this area and this region known for the quality of our graduates as we continue to bolster our position and reputation on national and international stages. As education reputation is at our core, reading through the schedule of awards to be conferred at Mary Immaculate College this year, I'm heartened to acknowledge the wide range of disciplines that this year's graduates will bring to the sector in the coming years. Limerick is an educational city, and our education system is so much more inclusive and enlightened than in the past. And while we have much to do still, and maybe add a few more men to education, and particularly in the early childhood years, you will bring your expertise, creativity, and commitment into our classrooms. And you will assure that professional and progressive learning experience takes place from the early years onwards. Homes and classrooms are the seedbed of community values. And in a world where many are facing down the politics of fear, it is so encouraging to know that in our schools, people like you will give our learners, young and old, the confidence, critical thinking skills, and the imagination required to make a positive difference in their own lives, the lives of their families and their communities. Making a difference and enhancing change are key goals and guiding attitudes for us as educators. And it is through these transferable skills that we hope you, as graduates, take out into the world and to make a difference and change. Indeed, change will happen all around us, and we can be the actors who facilitate that change. We will continue to look for support from all levels of society, from government, from our partners, from our communities. We will continue to strive and thrive so that we do compete internationally and can continue to develop that change for the better. However, with change comes uncertainty, but that can be alleviated through the steady hand of leadership, and you are the leaders. And in the times like these, there's particular onus of those of us involved in education to re-examine what we can do to respond to the challenges that face us in society. As leadership comes in many forms and exists in many levels, we ask and encourage you to become the leaders that you aspire to be. None of you came to education without that basic desire to help others to fulfill their potential. By fulfilling your own potential here at Mary Immaculate College, you are now equal to that task. The University of Limerick has always placed educational access at the heart of our mission. It is our role to ensure that anyone who has a passion to learn should be enabled to do so. We need to support talent where it exists, and we nurture aspirations where we can. We cannot squander valuable human capital because we didn't remove basic obstacles to learning. We will continue to make education accessible to all. It is imperative that we continue to invest in enabling technologies, for example, to ensure that we can benefit from the academic contributions of a wide range of learners. This ensures that our store of knowledge, which every student, teacher, and researcher contributes to, gives us an ever deeper and wider understanding of the world we live in, and everyone in it. As today, graduates, you have put yourself at the heart of this most valuable human endeavor, to empower others to empower themselves. Many congratulations and our warm thank you must be given to the teaching staff at Mary Immaculate College who work with such passion and commitment to educate the educators. And to the graduates, cherish the knowledge and truths you have gained. Keep adding to it and remember that you are now alumni of this institution. You are inextricably linked with, and we urge you to stay in touch as you go out in the world for the next exciting chapters of your lives. Enjoy the day, one and all. Gaurav Maragat.
Thanks, Kirsten. Now it gives me great pleasure to call upon Professor Eugene Wall, President of Mary Immaculate College, to make his conferring address. Professor Wall.
Vice President, Academic Affairs and Student Engagement of the University of Limerick, Professor Kirsten May, college staff and students, distinguished guests, parents, family, friends and graduates of the class of 2019. Faram Fair Queen Fáilte Roibh, Galer, Godi Sharmanas Bronta on Leon U. It's more agum vor goluder an law specialta dar gwyd Maclean. So, as this graduation ceremony is drawing to a close, I'd like to extend my warmest congratulations to the class of 2019 for arriving at this milestone in your lives. Like the rest of my colleagues here, I share your pride today and we all delight in your presence. You're the third cohort to undertake the Certificate in Leadership for Inclusion in the early years, the LINK programme as we fondly refer to it. And it gives us great pleasure to build on the success of the programme again this year. Over the past 3 days, we've had 4 conferrings, with a total of almost 2,000 students being conferred. All 4 conferrings were joyous events with their own distinctive highlights and features. Now, the LINK conferring ceremonies for the last 2 years have proved to be particularly memorable, and this one is no exception. And they're marked out by a number of distinctive features. So those of you who've attended the 4 of them will know that, that this one is different and it's also special. Just as today, one of the key features that distinguishes from the other ones is the geographical distribution of the cohort of the graduates, because you're a much more diverse group geographically than was the case at any of the other 3 conferrings. We have graduates from all parts of the country today. Today there are almost 900 students who are graduating from 26 counties with the certificate. I need not to be ageist in what I'm going to say next. You're also, by a considerable margin, the oldest average age amongst the group here. And we interpret that in the most positive terms, because as a group, as a conferring cohort, you're also the most experienced group of professionals that we have across the 3 days. You have infinite experience between you here. Many of you have worked for so many years, and that's a real value on a program like this. For many of you, even though you'll become alumni of Mary Immaculate College, this is actually your first time here. So that's unusual. It's very unusual that we're graduating people. It's their first time here, but you're one of the programs where that's the case. For the last 2 years, what has been most striking about the LINK programme was the celebratory tone. That has been really distinctive, and you will have seen that again this morning. The unconfined delight for many of the graduates was palpable. And as people received their parchments, and as I was standing at the end of that stage there, looking into your eyes as you were coming there, if there was such a thing as a delight meter, you would have gone off the scales. You know, and it was at a higher level, certainly. It was very obvious to me, the number of people who came up with that great sense of achievement in what they had done. And in previous years, and I hope it's the same today, many of the graduates told us afterwards of their sense of immense pride in receiving the awards. Some were visibly moved, as they explained. They never envisaged being on a stage receiving a formal university award. And as I said, that's something that we particularly like and value about this programme. So in congratulating you on your significant achievement, I extend my thanks on your behalf to your family, your friends and colleagues who've supported you through the journey during the last year. It's by their support, assistance and sacrifice that you've achieved on this programme, and it's important to pay tribute to them today here, because I know they share your pride as well, and it's important that we acknowledge your awards, but also that we acknowledge their contribution. So I would invite you to join me now in a round of applause to express your gratitude. Mary Immaculate College has a long tradition of excellence in teaching and learning in the early years. Our first degree programme in early childhood care and education began some 20 years ago, back in 1999, and since then our suite of programmes in this area ranges from the LINK programme right up to and including doctoral level. Here at Mary I, as we sometimes refer to ourselves, we're deeply committed not just to early childhood education, but to quality early childhood education. We believe that high-quality early childhood education is critical to building the foundations for lifelong learning and enabling all children to reach their full potential. We concur with James Heckman, the Nobel Prize-winning economist, when he observes that starting at 3 or 4 is too little too late, as it fails to recognise that skills beget skills in a complementary, dynamic way, and that efforts should focus on the first years for the greatest efficiency and effectiveness. And as somebody who's an educational psychologist and has worked for many years in this area, I'm acutely aware of the importance not only of early childhood care, but of also the types of early interventions that are needed to deal with children who've experienced acute adverse childhood experiences. We're also dedicated to providing for the inclusion of all children right from the start. It's estimated that by the time of its conclusion, approximately 3,500 early childhood teachers and professionals will have graduated from LINK, ensuring a more inclusive environment for children across 83% of preschools offering free preschool HA programme in Ireland. As you're probably aware, the LINK programme is extremely successful, and part of what I have to do now here is blow our own trumpet. And it has been nominated for and won a range of awards. LINK has been shortlisted for 8 awards and has won 3. Truly a recognition of the effort and dedication of the full LINK programme team, and especially of you, the students. In 2017, LINK was awarded the Best Online Learning Experience at the Education Awards in Ireland. In 2018, LINK was awarded the Irish Learning Technology Association's Jennifer Burke Award for Innovation in Teaching and Learning. In 2018 also, LINK was shortlisted for the 8th Star Award in the Social Inclusion category and shortlisted for an Education Award in 2018. In 2019, LINK was shortlisted for 4 separate education awards and was the winner of the Student Engagement and Communications Award at the Education Awards in 2019. And currently, LINK, together with AIM, have been shortlisted for the International Zero Projects Award of 2020. Well, that's a fairly impressive list. Moreover, it's not simply the awards that we listen to, and much in all us were gratified by the fact that we're getting these awards and getting these nominations, but we've also been greatly heartened by the externally conducted interim evaluation results of the LINK programme, which Minister Catherine Zappone launched back last June. The interim evaluation, though, itself is entirely consistent with the voluminous feedback that we've received. We derive great satisfaction from the impact that the programme is making on the lives of children and families throughout the country. The LINK programme is specifically focused on assisting its graduates to lead inclusive culture, inclusive pedagogy and inclusive practice within your setting. None of this would have been possible without the outstanding work of the LINK programme team and the LINK development team. I'd like to pay particular tribute now to the late Shona Stapleton Fitzgerald, who very sadly passed away during the year. Shona was an exceptionally talented educational technologist and was instrumental in preparing the LINK programme application for the prestigious Jennifer Burke Award in 2018. As testimony to the learning experience on the LINK programme, I'd like to take this opportunity to highlight a quote from one of the graduates from the first year of the programme, and I'm quoting from her portfolio with her permission. "Since starting my first assessment at the beginning of the LINK course, I had an understanding that our preschool was an inclusive preschool. I learned that our practice was allowing inclusion and accommodating inclusion, but wasn't really embracing it into action. I didn't have the skills or the knowledge to fully understand what inclusion really meant." She continued, "When I reflect on what an inclusive culture and inclusive practice with an inclusive pedagogy is, it keeps me in tune with what inclusion is really about. I really enjoyed this course and didn't see it as a chore, but saw it as an opportunity. I thoroughly enjoyed the overall experience. This has encouraged me to further my learning and to complete the Level 9 course in due course." These comments were echoed by so many of you in your own portfolios as well during the programme, and I think they sum up the really positive attitude that so many of you have, not only to early learning and care, but also to inclusion more specifically. I know then that you, as ambassadors for inclusion, you'll do everything you can to ensure that every child is included as we begin the task of implementing the First Five strategy, which was launched by Minister Catherine Zappone around this time last year. Now, I need to also recognise the contribution of our partners in this, because the LINK consortium is offered, the LINK programme is offered by the consortium of MIC, Early Childhood Ireland, and Maynooth University, the Frebel Department of Primary and Early Childhood Education. And I'm actually a graduate of Frebel myself. Both of these institutions have a significant commitment to make to early childhood care and education, and we're delighted to work with them on this important initiative. Their expertise, knowledge and expertise have significantly impacted on the LINK programme's success. This is a shining example of excellent collaboration and partnership within the higher education landscape, and it's having a real and significant impact for early years educators, children, and on society more generally. In recognising the consortium, I wish to thank in particular the Programme Steering Committee, including Professor Emer Ring and Dr. Lisa O'Sullivan from Mary Immaculate College, Teresa Heaney, who's already been up on stage from Early Childhood Ireland, and Mariam Brennan as well from Early Childhood Ireland, Professor Mary McLaughlin and Patsy Stafford from the Frebel Department at Maynooth University, and of course Fintan Breen, who was the National Programme Coordinator from 2017 up until recently. I'd like to take this opportunity also to acknowledge the support of the Department of Children and Youth Affairs and the support of the Department of Education and Skills for their continuing support of the programme, and Minister Zappone sent her apologies that she was unable to be here today. Before concluding as well, I also want to thank the University of Limerick, which has ratified your degrees and deemed your standard suitable for admission to the ranks of its graduates. I thank in particular the Vice President, Professor May, for her presence with us at this conferring ceremony this morning. And for their contribution to today's ceremony, I'd like in particular to thank the mace bearer for the University of Limerick, John O'Neill, who's sitting in the front row down there. Maybe you give him a round of applause. And John and Carrie O'Donnell, our sign interpreter, have been here for all 4 sessions, and maybe you show your... So finally, I return to you, the class of 2019. As you become inclusion coordinators, you're now leaders for inclusion. Coming with that is not just a great responsibility, but a great expectation of the work that you're going to undertake and that you do. It'll no doubt bring its own challenges, but it will also bring great joy and a sense of achievement. Learn from these challenges and embrace these achievements as you continue to strive for inclusion in all that you do, remembering always that it's the impact you'll make on the lives of children is what truly matters. Go dogad í a gath rath agus banartíh ar bhór tros saoil, tá súlagam go mé lá deasagah rá míle mai go léir.